Windows up. It's all over the internet right now. Saint Laz and Maino going at it. In case you ain't familiar with Saint Laz, content creator from Brooklyn. I've been subscribed to Saint Laz for a minute. He got some good content. He be I think he's probably the first one that started really doing this jailhouse stuff, telling jail stories and stuff like that. Plus, he does other kind of content too. And Maino, of course, people probably know Maino. But the other day, Tyler Kweli did a video with Maino and Saint Laz both in the video. So from what I understand, from what Saint Laz says, is that I don't think he said for sure, but he thinks that Maino didn't know that he was going to be in the video with Tyler Kweli, and he didn't know Saint Laz was going to be in it. This is what Saint Laz said he kind of thinks what might have happened. You know what I'm saying? Because long story short, they had the video. They did the video, and afterwards, you got Saint Laz said that Maino recorded him from like across the street and was clowning his outfit, what he was wearing. Like he put it on like his stories. I think there's like Instagram stories. I think or something like that, and was clowning him about what he was wearing. So Saint Laz fucking flipped out on him. You know what I'm saying? Flipped out on him. And this is what I've been saying. This is what you heard me say if you watch my content. I've been saying this for years. When you violate somebody, you don't got the right to dictate or determine how they react. It don't matter what you do. It could be the smallest thing. You can bump somebody by accident. It could be something minor. But if you do that, you do not have the right to dictate, because after that, ain't no such thing as, oh, they went too far. He went too far. When you bother somebody who's not bothering you, you open all avenues for any type of nonsense, any type of chaos. This is what I mean. I'm up around. Let me just turn this around real quick. Only in Allentown, but you see stuff like this, man. Joker walking down the street, you probably can't see him now. No shoes on. Literally, he got some chains in the front of it. If I ain't mistaken, he I should loop so you can see this, man. I'm almost sure he had his front hands handcuffed. Only in Allentown, man. Matter of fact, I can't make it right here. Could I even make this right? See if I can loop around to see this Joker, man. He walking around barefooted. Looked like his hands was handcuffed to the front of his body. Just walking down the street. The shit you see in Allentown, man, is fucking astronomical, but I don't know if I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna go back around here again. Cause that's content. He interrupted me in the middle of my goddamn video about Saint Laz and Maino. Let's see this Joker, man. It's unreal. But anyway, like I was saying, when you violate somebody, you don't got the right. You give up all rights and all motherfucking jurisdiction on the effect and the reaction somebody can have on you. It don't matter what it is. That's the bottom line. So past that, the whole thing with Maino recorded him because he was talking about Saint Laz's. Well, this is a one way now. I can't even go back around there and shit. This dude's gonna be down here somewhere. I think he went down the alleyway. Damn, that'd have been some good content. You might have seen him when I put it on him real quick. He walking down the street barefooted with the fucking his hands like this in front of him. I don't know for sure if he was hand or he had like something around his hands, but that's how it looked. Fucking Allentown, man. But I think that was corny that what Maino did. I think that was corny because for one, I don't give a motherfucker what. If you know me or watch my content, you already know. I wear what the fuck I want. I don't give a goddamn what people wearing. I'm not paying a certain amount of money for certain stuff, especially when it comes to clothes. I'm gonna do what I want, wear what I want. I ain't trying to keep up with what nobody's doing. None of that shit. Not for me. Now, other people, I ain't got nothing against it. If you're like that, that's cool. If you're into the fashion stuff, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock it. People do whatever they want. But for me, I'll be guys gonna sit here and be worried about what I'm wearing, worrying about how somebody else is gonna feel about it. That's just some shit. That's just you just wasting your time coming at me for some shit like that. That's just not even. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not even. That's not even in my fucking mind. But anyway, so Saint Laz made the video and blacked out on motherfucking Maino. blacked out on him. So then Maino came back. He was like, "Oh, it's just a joke." I think this Joker went down here, man. I mess around and get caught up in some shit trying to find this Joker so you can see him. Oh, he must have went into a house or something now because he ain't down this alleyway. He was walking down the fucking street barefooted. Would look like he was like handcuffed in the front of his fucking shit. All right, so I give up. I don't see him out here nowhere. He done probably went into a crib somewhere or something. Hopefully you saw enough of it when I got the camera on him for a split second real quick over there. Because when I go back and watch it, I'm going to see. But, and then the whole talk, this is what I also don't like about the whole thing with the Maino saying last thing. Maino came in with the whole talk with the money stuff, like, oh, the broke nigga taking the train and shit. Like, which at the same time, I kind of get it because that's what you're supposed to say. I guess if somebody come at you, especially talking about certain things with money. I kind of get that, but, and this ain't like no stab at Maino, but in general, for anybody, money does not make you a cooler person, man. Money does not make you a cooler person. You could be fucking, you could have all the money, whatever money you got, but if you're corny, you're just going to be corny in any aspect, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I get a whole bunch of money. You could, it'd be easy to call me a corny dresser. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not into certain shit like that. So I'll be a joker with motherfucking $1 million and still will be corny in a certain kind of way because it's just, that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the whole thing was corny and unfortunate, man, because especially if you just did a video with him. Because like St. Laz said, you don't know me to be playing with me like that. It's not like we cool, we be hanging out. He said he never even met Maino before, so I feel what he's saying. Like at that point, I'm taking that shit as a fucking insult. You're gonna record me, talk about what I'm wearing, and put it on fucking your IG. You got 1 million followers on IG. What's the humor in that? I don't see the humor in that shit at all. Like, I just can't see the humor in that. Not even to take sides. It's just I'm just analyzing it for what it is and what the facts are. I don't see it. And the thing with, like I said before, another thing I be saying all the time. One way you could turn a person into a goddamn killer or just whatever, a person that's going to do something crazy, motherfucking heartbreak and embarrassment. Those are the two things that can make somebody fucking get out of pocket and do some crazy shit. Some shit that's not even in their normal repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Like you embarrass somebody or break somebody's heart, you know what I'm saying? Cheating type shit or whatever, like that kind of thing. Heartbreak and embarrassment, man, you could fucking create a monster instantly, man. You know what I'm saying? So embarrassing somebody or at least attempting to embarrass somebody into 1 million people, in my world, you fucking asking for some drama to me. You know what I'm saying? You asking for some motherfucking drama. You're going to try to clown me in front of 1 million people? We're not even cool like that. We don't have a history of joking around and shit like that. You're going to put, you might see me, it might be some totally other shit. The way I would feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some other shit. That's different. So, I mean, hopefully at the end of the day, it don't go nowhere. It shouldn't get too extreme. I don't want to see no violence come out of this or nothing like that. A little bit of shit talking back and forth would be cool. That's cool. Hopefully it just stays there, you know what I'm saying? They get over it. They both move past it. They both don't seem like they really want no real beef. You know what I'm saying? St. Laz even said, he's like, I forget about this shit. I don't hold on to shit forever. He's like, I ain't looking for Maino trying to box him and all that. He ain't. And Maino don't seem like he really got that kind of energy either from the clips I seen him talking. But it's just, I don't know, man. You gotta watch what you say to people and how you treat people, man. I've been saying that. You can't dictate how people react to the shit you do, man. You can't dictate it. That's the kind of shit that turned me into a certain kind of person when I was young. I wasn't always like a certain kind of way. When I was real young, I was more on the softer side. I wasn't like brought up to be super, you know what I'm saying, how I became to be at a certain point. I wasn't like that, but people fuck with you and certain shit happens to you, just kind of turns you into a certain type of person. Like you don't be wanting to be like that, but after a while, it's like, you know what? And then when you realize the retaliation opens people's eyes, like retaliation, once you do something to somebody and people know about it, that's when you really get caught up, because then you see how people react. Then you like, oh shit. People know now there's going to be a consequence if you fuck around with me. Then you see people reacting to that, giving you more respect. Then you just become some other. Then you just go to You know what I'm saying? Then you can just become a whole different human being, man. Like you get caught up in all that kind of shit, and that's how people. That's what turns some people crazy. Believe it or not, man. That's what turns some people into motherfucking maniacs, shit like that. All the problems I had in my life, I say 99%. There was a time when I was just kind of beef, just bugging too much for no reason at a little point, but 99% of the problems I ever had, um, I definitely didn't start them. Almost damn near every problem I had, I'll say. Outside of some just super ignorant shit, we all done shit that was just super ignorant and uncalled for, and just that type of mode. But even then, 99% of all the problems I had, I didn't start them shits. I ain't that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? From being a person that has been on the other side of that, I know how some people react to certain shit. I don't care who they are or where they're from, shit like whatever it is. Like I've been on the other side of that before, so it's like I don't bother people, man. Some of the shit people might be holding on to, you making fun of, might be the shit that's their whole all their pain might be revolving around something like that. That might be the thing that's like, you know what I'm saying, to them that's a huge source of their pain. Some shit that's gonna really make them flip out and go crazy if you mess around with them. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful when you mess around with people, man. But in this situation, not to take sides or to get into it like that, but if I'm just analyzing this thing from a distance, yeah, Maino was out of pocket with this shit, man. Maino was definitely out of pocket. And then when St. Laz was talking, he was kind of talking so fly that even because he's like I ain't got shit right. Like the way he was talking about himself, it still kind of made Maino look bad anyway. Even if Maino got all the money he's saying and shit, he still is just like there really was no win for Maino in this. Like really was like there wasn't no win situation for Maino. It kind of was like a lose for Maino either way. Like it was corny what he did. To me, that was corny because if you had a problem with St. Laz, he was right. You was just right around him at the video shoot. So why not, like they say, keep the same energy then? Why wait till you're like not buy him after the fact, then try to clown him on some like embarrassment shit? So that was corny. And then St. Laz's reaction didn't make Maino look any better. Like it definitely didn't make St. Laz look. Nothing about the situation to me made St. Laz look bad at all. Like from the beginning to the end. It just made Maino look bad in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing, all around the board. But that's about it, man. Hopefully this shit dies down. They say what they got to say. It dies out. Maybe they get together, do a collab, which kind of seems like probably too far at this point. But that's the other thing too. People got to realize, man. All this street shit that be happening, and the way a lot of us grew up. I realized, man. I learned this shit a long time ago. All this shit that happens in man is so dumb. Once you take a step back and you can look at it from a distance, I'm the kind of person at this point I can let anything go with anybody. I say for the most part, certain shit will harm your kid or something. I mean, certain shit obviously is like you can't really let go, but any kind of just regular street shit, shooting and getting shot and all that, so even like a body or two. To me, I'm just so to me, man, like. Once you realize how dumb all that shit is, and I have let a lot of shit go, and a lot of people let certain shit go with me too. You know what I'm saying? That's like none of that shit is serious. All the macho shit, trying to be tough, you got shit to prove, and all that shit. At the end of the day, is just nonsense, man. That shit is just dumb. For me, I got to the point and realized and got past. You never thought I would be like that at a certain time in my life, like, but. Once I realized, like at this point, anybody I could have possibly allegedly could have had beef with or whatever like that, I don't care about none of that shit. Any street shit that happened, as long as it goes that shit was, if nobody ain't worried about me, I damn sure ain't worried about them. I don't care what. I've been shot. We all been shot. A lot of us been shot. We've been around people that got killed. Some of our friends got killed. All kind of shit. Robberies. All that shit to me, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. You got to stop being so goddamn sensitive, for real. Holding on to shit in the streets. If you so tough, if you really, that shit ain't nothing, man. Like, so what? Somebody shot you. You probably shot somebody too. You probably killed a couple people out there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't that goddamn important. You know what I'm saying? It's just not that. You feel important, but you're not really that. None of us are that important to the point where it's like, oh, he violated me. I can't get past. That shit ain't about nothing, man. At the end of the day, for real, that shit ain't about nothing, man. I had people that let me get away with certain shit that I'm grateful and fucking appreciative, man, for real, and vice versa too. Once I got certain shit, and I ain't going to get, of course, in the details, but ran into the dude for some shit way back in the day, man. I said, you know what? This is what I was up. I gave him $1,000, man. I said, you know what? All this boss, because he wasn't really didn't want problems with me, obviously, because he would have done something to me. He could have, the way we ran into each other. You know what I'm saying? He had to drop on me. Not that he was looking for me, but the way it just turned out, he's right there. I'm like, damn, if you do something, it's too late. I can't do shit if you want to do something to me. But in the moment, and probably I don't even know if he was like noticed me at the same time, whatever it was. Long story short, he didn't attempt to do nothing to me. It wasn't my responsibility to do something to him. I already done something to him, so it was like, we made eye contact. It was a little discussion real quick. He was like, yeah, man. He's like, he had to. The shit I'm saying to you now is the point he came to a long time ago in his mind, like all that street shit. I gave him a fucking $1,000, man. I said, you know what? My bad, all that shit that happened. Put $1,000 in his fucking hand, man, right there on the spot. I said, this shit ain't about nothing. We passed this. I ain't worried about it. If you ain't worried about it, really, it wasn't me to be worried about. Like I said, I wasn't. It wasn't like he didn't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, put $1,000. Boom, fuck it. It's good. Not that I trusted him after that. I ain't like, oh, I believe it, but in that moment, it was what it was, man. And I let it go. He let it go. I ain't seen this is probably like fucking 10 years ago or something. I ain't seen him since. You know what I'm saying? But that's the kind of shit. That's the kind of level you got to get to, because you stay caught up in this retaliation street shit. I'm important. Oh, he violated me. How dare he? You ain't shit. I don't mean like that, but in the grand scheme of things, all this shit you think's going on, and this is a big deal, and this shit ain't about nothing. Anything that happened in the street, I promise you, any street shit that happened ain't important. Just trust me, it's not important. So once your life ends up changing behind that shit, that's when you realize, damn, this shit wasn't important. You wake up in jail for some stupid shit, you wish you would have just been like, you know what, fuck it, that's not even that serious. End up in jail, now you're doing 50 years because somebody stepped on your foot, or you stepped on their foot, or they bumped into you, or they talked a little bit of shit to you, maybe even shot you shot them, you lived. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? Once you've been through so much turmoil, you get to the point where it's like, man, I don't want no more drama in my life. I just want to be comfortable and motherfucking happy and cool. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I told you, I've been shot. Still got a bullet in my leg, but my one bullet wound, I almost lost my leg, and now I'm starting to have problems with it within the past, like especially in the past couple of weeks. My motherfucking toe keeps being numb all the time now. My foot, when I was walking around, by the end of the day, my motherfucking whole foot is numb. And I'm getting it's throbbing because they took a lot of the cartilage out where I got shot, where it was affected at. Day I woke up in the middle of the night with a motherfucking cramp and that shit going crazy. It was excruciating pain, a fucking cramp. Mind you, a lot of the meat right there in my shin is already taken out from the bullet, from the infection and shit. So that shit cramped. Yeah, maybe in that second when that cramp hit my motherfucking ass, woke me up out of my bed, I might have at that point been like, these motherfuckers, I catch this motherfucker that did this. But then it went away because I was saying this shit is so long ago, but it's just like, I was doing my own dirt. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't no angel. I'm not an angel. I was doing some shit I ain't had no business doing myself. So some shit you just got to charge it to the streets, man. You got to charge it to the streets and keep a motherfucking moving, cash out, cash in, and just go. I ain't sweating it. Like I said, even now, my nerve damage. Shit happened 20 years ago, but I guess long. I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting older. Shit, I'm down there from 44, about to be 45. Shit catching up to me. But motherfucking toe been numb off and on for a minute now. Like, I'm damn near ready to go to the hospital about this shit, but it is what it is, man. But that's what I'm saying. When you're trying to elevate your mind state and grow up, you got to learn how to let shit go and get past shit, man. I know you think you cool. You got the chain. You out there in the streets. What up, son? You jumping out the da-da-da-da-da. You got the... Even that shit could be gone overnight. That shit could be... You get arrested. You get... Your source of income could be interrupted. You might get robbed. Anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is really that important at the end of the day. None of this shit is really that big of a deal, for real, for real. And I said all that long, drawn out story I just said just to say this. Maino and St. Laz should try to come together, do a song or whatever, video, some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just some positive shit, and just try to move past it, keep it moving. It is what it is. Leave that shit where it's at. Nobody got hurt. A little bit of shit was talked. A little bit of ego might have been bruised on either side or whatever and shit. That shit ain't about nothing, man. In the grand scheme of things, that shit really ain't about nothing. For real, for real. Bunch of shit that could be gotten over and gotten past at the end of the day. But that's about it, man. Hope these brothers can get past it, keep it moving, and it is what it is. I'm gonna leave it with that. But St. Laz definitely went off though. I see the two videos that I was like, damn, he just went in for non-stop for motherfucking a minute. And like he said in the one video, which is unfortunate, he was like, because the one video got like, the last time I seen it was like 50 something thousand, and the one after that was like 30 something thousand. He was like, it's unfortunate that it takes negativity, because he said himself, he ain't had that many views in his channel popping like that in a minute. And I think he probably gained like 5,000 subscribers overnight or some shit during the process. He said it's unfortunate that it takes negativity for shit to happen like that. Why does it gotta always be negative shit to get views and all that kind of shit? It's just whack how this shit is, man. Like, people only like negativity. You gotta be negative to get shit popping. Otherwise, you be sitting stagnant forever. You know what I'm saying? Beef and arguments. It's just ridiculous, man. We gotta do better, man. We gotta goddamn it do better, man. You know better, you do better, man. That's the end of that. That's all I'll say about that. The motherfucking sun in my eyes. That's about it. Let me get up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody that came through.